Ladies and gentlemen, this is Keith from iRepair Autos. Today I'm going to show you how to bleed out, change your coolant on your Mercedes. This is not considered a complete flush. This is simply a radiator drain. It removes a majority of the coolant, but not all of it, because there's coolant that remains in the engine. Do this only when the engine has been sitting overnight into the next morning, so that the coolant is not hot, not pressurized, or you risk burning yourself. Easy, simple step. I'm showing it from the bottom up of the vehicle. You don't have to do that. You can get to it from the top. Let's get started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. New video every Monday. Let's get started. First thing we want to do is open this when the engine is not hot. And open it slowly, because sometimes it's pressurized. So that will allow coolant to bleed. So we're going to leave that uncovered. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the drain screw, that red cap right there, on a Mercedes ML 350 2006. Now when you're facing the vehicle from the front, it's on your right side. When you're underneath the vehicle, it's on the driver's side, if that makes the most sense. So you're going to put, when you're draining the coolant, you're going to put a drain pan under here. And when you open it, the coolant will drain out of the hole. So you want to fill it. You want to capture that in a container for reuse if you're going to be reusing it. Alright, so when I'm draining my coolant, whether or not I'm going to save it or not, I'm going to use a hose so that it can drain out, and I'm going to drain that into a pan. And you kind of want to put that coolant into the pan without making a mess. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fit this hose into this bleed nipple right here, so that it will drain nicely into the pan. I may have to widen the mouth of this hose to fit. Okay, the hose has been connected to the drain hole, and I have it going into a container that I'm going to use. Now I'm going to turn. And just let that bleed. Remember to make sure that your coolant filler container up top is open so that it can breathe. There we go. So it's draining, as you can see. I cannot stress enough to do this when the engine has been sitting overnight, so that the coolant is cool, engine is not hot. While refilling, once you've drained out the coolant, you will then run clean water through the system to clear out any dirt, rust, sludge, or any other sedative that may have remained. Once this is done, you'll drain that out and then start by filling the coolant into the reservoir. We're going to fill the reserve container with coolant. It's going to go all the way down into the radiator, and once that's been full to the brim, we're going to then start the engine. What that will do is it will start the circulation between the radiator, the engine, and it's going to allow any air bubbles that is in the system to come through and bubble up. And that's how we're going to bleed the system, by leaving this cap uncovered. Coolant air bubbles will surface back up here. You will see the bubbles forming as a means of aiding the bleeding. Take your hand and you're going to press and squeeze this as it comes through. We're going to keep doing that until there are no more bubbles. Take it for a drive, come back, let the engine cool down, repeat. While you're driving, of course, this is going to be covered. As always, everyone, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you find these videos helpful. What that does, it pushes my videos up in the search results so that other Mercedes owners, drivers, do-it-yourselfers can find them easier. Thanks and peace out.